What's going on, boxing fans of the channel? How's everybody doing? This video I'm going to make about Floyd Schofield pulling out of the fight, being hospitalized, my opinion and what I think. First of all, I'm going to start off by saying Shakur Stevenson was right. Shakur Stevenson kept saying that first time they were supposed to have the face-off and they held the press conference, Shakur Stevenson came out and said, I know he's not here, but Floyd Schofield, please don't pull out of the fight. Back your words up. You said you could beat me. Show up and be ready. You know, I'm going to give Floyd Schofield somewhat the benefit because I'm not him. I don't know what he's going through. He posted up pictures in the hospital. But on the same note, it doesn't look too good. He's made a lot of excuses. His father said how his car rental tires was slashed. Supposedly, he had a mole in his camp, and they were able to sabotage his passport and a whole bunch of things that, we still haven't seen proof of. We just going by what they say, haven't put pictures of none of this stuff. The passport messed up, the tires, nothing. We just have the picture of him in the hospital, supposedly being hospitalized because from what he's saying is Shakur Stevenson had a masseuse rub some type of cream that made him sick and put him in the hospital. Now, again, I'm going from what I feel Shakur Stevenson is looking like he was right from that first press conference and what he said. Not only that, but I read body language. I'm not going to say I'm an expert at body language, but I read body language. When they had a sit-down interview with both of them, you could tell the way Shakur Stevenson was getting to Floyd Schofield inside of his head. Floyd Schofield was sat down first, and then when Shakur Stevenson came in to sit down, first thing Shakur Stevenson said was, I thought you was bigger than that. And Floyd Schofield, you could tell it kind of rattled his nerves. He was quick to say, what? What you talking about? I'm bigger than you. And Shakur Stevenson was like, yeah, I know you bigger than me. That don't mean nothing, but I thought you was bigger than that. You're a little guy, kind of emphasizing that. Like, I thought you had more weight to you. I thought you was a bigger dude. I thought your body showed more of you had more muscular, more, like you was bigger in size, and you could tell it bothered Floyd Schofield because he started bickering. He started kind of playing into Shakur Stevenson's hand. And right then and there, I was like, oh yeah, Shakur Stevenson is in his head. Another thing, Shakur Stevenson came out and said, when I seen him, he didn't look like he was close to fight weight. He looked like he was going to have to cut a lot of weight. And in boxing, if a fighter has to cut a lot of weight close to fight date, they're most likely going to be dehydrated. And that poses a problem for them, especially when they step inside the ring. And in my honest opinion, I kept feeling like Floyd Schofield wasn't ready for Shakur yet. I know he wants to be great, and you got to let people who want to be great, I say there's always a chance he could have his Cinderella man moment, make a name for himself by beating a guy like Shakur Stevenson. But at the same time, it was a lot of things, a lot of the excuses, not showing up, that interview with Shakur where you let Shakur kind of, get to you. I wouldn't say Shakur punked him. He didn't punk him. But Shakur, you could tell, got in his head, made him want to start, talking back and trying to say, what are you talking about? I'm bigger than you. And this, that, and the third. While Shakur is just smiling, just pressing his buttons. Again, I would love to see that fight. I think a year from now, after Floyd Schofield has a better name on his resume and is a little more proven, that would be a great fight for him against Shakur Stevenson. But I think at the same time, he bit off more than he could chew. And, I respect him for taking the fight. I wish the fight would have happened, it would have been, we would have got to see how he looks against a big name like Shakur. And I'm one of the peoples that I like to go off people's last performance. Shakur had a good performance. He had a very good performance. He didn't stop the guy, but he beat the guy convincingly. He beat the guy the whole fight, every round. Floyd Schofield, on the other hand, he had a tough night. He had a tough night. He did not look good technically. He, at one point, almost got KO'd where he turned around and turned his back on his opponent with his defense down. He was still able to pull out the win, but it left a lot of people questioning, like, is he ready for a big name? But whatever he's going through, I hope he gets through it. I pray for him to have a speedy recovery and be able to get back in the ring. And hopefully they can make that fight happen, or not, he could have a fight with another big name. The same goes for Daniel Dubois. I hope Daniel Dubois is able to recover. You know, I really want to see Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker. That's an amazing fight. I think that was a great fight. And I'm out, you know. Please subscribe. Please hit the like. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.